A single communication satellite continues to orbit a silent, blackened Earth. It is broadcasting on a continuous loop. The message transmitting into the void is short. We lost to the smallest monster we ignored. Humanity's extinction wasn't the result of a malfunction or a laboratory leak. It was the logical conclusion of a biological tool doing exactly what we designed it to do: survive, consume, and multiply at any cost. By the year 2049, global industries had choked the planet. Toxic waste pooled in major rivers, fine metal dust coated entire coastlines, and radiation zones expanded across the northern hemisphere. Traditional cleanup methods had failed. Scientists at NovaGen Labs proposed a radical biological solution to the crisis. They introduced the R9, a genetically modified cockroach built to digest human pollution. This biological blueprint illustrates the engineered anatomy of the R9. You can see the synthetic digestive tract designed to break down plastics and poisonous chemicals, alongside a shielded exoskeleton that allowed the insect to thrive in lethal radiation zones. Governments eagerly embraced the solution, releasing millions of these lab-grown insects directly into the most polluted cities on Earth. We placed an apex biological survivor into a resource-rich environment. But in our desperation, we failed to account for how a creature designed to outsurvive everything else would inevitably adapt when its primary food source, our waste, began to dwindle. Within months, the R9 population began to deviate from its initial programming as natural selection took hold in the urban wild. The insects developed a decentralized coordination system. By rapidly oscillating their outer shells, they sent complex vibrations across solid surfaces and standing water, signaling the rest of the brood. This mechanical signaling transformed millions of individual waste cleaners into a singular, reactive network. As the insects sought out the heavy metals and plastics they were built to consume, they naturally gravitated toward the highest concentrations of those materials, our electrical infrastructure. Coordinated swarms began dismantling power grids from the inside out. The very traits we engineered to chew through thick polymers and metabolize industrial toxins provided the perfect toolkit to disassemble our technological world. By the end of the first year, the R9 population had reached a critical mass. As they exhausted the toxic waste in city centers, the sheer caloric demand of billions of insects forced them to seek out new, organic energy sources. The swarm moved into the surrounding countryside, consuming agricultural crops on a massive scale and nesting in municipal water supplies, following the path of least resistance to find hydration and nutrients. This transition brought a new biological variable. A common soil fungus found a permanent home mutating within the R9's digestive tract. The insects became accidental carriers for a new airborne pathogen. As the diagram shows, the R9's synthetic antibodies neutralized the fungus, making them perfect hosts. However, released into human environments, these spores easily bypass our respiratory defenses, leading to a 100% mortality rate. The ultimate survival machine had reached its final evolutionary stage. To ensure its own continued expansion, the swarm's presence had inadvertently made the planet uninhabitable for its creators. Global medical systems collapsed in weeks. Hospitals filled immediately, with patients suffering from fungal infections that traditional medicine was never designed to treat. Military responses proved useless. Supposedly impenetrable nuclear fallout shelters were quickly breached by the swarm, as the insects followed the scent of food and moisture into the most secure bunkers on Earth. Traditional weaponry offers no defense against a microscopic pathogen, and billions of insects that can survive the very radiation and toxins we once used to keep the world at bay. In our final days, the realization was clear. By building a creature that could survive our worst mistakes, we had designed our own biological successor. Today, the great cities of Earth stand completely silent, their streets covered entirely by a moving black shadow of R9s. The final space transmission now carries its full context. We lost to a monster not because it was evil, but because it was better at existing than we were. Humanity wasn't destroyed by an outside force. We were simply replaced by a biological tool that we made too strong, too resilient, and far too capable of outliving its masters.